Welcome traders, this is Patrick from Trading123.net. In this video we're trading the NQ here in the afternoon session shortly after the Fed news, 2 o'clock. Trading 3 contracts as always, goal of 800, loss of 500 due to the wider range in the market. And basically what we're doing here, due to these fast markets, we got our first 2 contracts off at a certain profit target, and then we're using a runner. So we get short here, the AutoTrader signals a short, it gets short, hits its first profit target, and the first 2 contracts are out, and then the price sells off, and then our trail stop, we got it dialed in, and it nicely takes us out right near the low, so we didn't waste any profits on this little bounce. And then it went lower, and then the AutoTrader basically got long here on a reversal. Detects the algorithm, detects a bunch of factors, and when everything lines up we go, long we go, and the goal is hit. And so we got $905 profit in 4 trades. Now, trading with automation does make it a lot easier to trade than trying to trade this manually, because we got a sell off here, and you see a couple green Renko bars right here, and your indicators are lining up telling you to buy it, so you get long, it goes up 3 bars and then dives and you're stopped out, and then it reverses right here and you're like, what the hell just happened? That's why automation will simplify your trading and make it easier for you. And the AutoTrader doesn't hesitate. No hesitation here. This is a fast market. Look at 14.12 it got short, and then a minute later it got long. I mean, this is, Fed action on news, and this whole trade lasted a whole 2 minutes from start to end. So most traders wouldn't be able to trade that. So automation will help you overcome the frustration that comes from missing a trade, especially if you're trading the NQ and then you miss it, then you chase it. And then you carry this frustration over into the next trade, and it's a downward spiral. Next thing you know, you've lost a couple $100 and you're ticked. And the only way to get rid of that is let automation do the entries for you with the AutoTrader. Believe me, it's a lot easier. So let's look at the strategy performance. Show you that this was a live trade. And there it is, 905 total net profit, commission $24. There's our live trade, profit factor 99. 4 trades, 100% winners, average trade 226, largest winning trade 420, potential gain on a 30-day basis on a month would be 27,000. And there's, really, I trade the same thing every day, 3 contracts. Like I said, profit target, say you're going for a profit target of 14 ticks, second contract times it by 2 is 28, and then a runner, and then you use a stop. And as you see with the AutoTrader here and the wider range markets and the volatility, we're using a 30 tick stop. So most people say, well, that's a lot to worry about. Well, that's why you have a trail stop here. So we get our first 2 profit targets. Our trail stop kicks in after our profit targets are hit, the first one, because I found the strategy works better that way. and then a trail stop kicks in. So if this does reverse, you're not giving up 30 ticks. A lot of people don't understand that. And then the reversal here, it reversed strongly and, quicker than a blink of an eye, boom, hits its goal, done. So I hope that explains all the emails I've been getting about, why you're using such a wider stop. So let's look at the next trade here on the ES. We jump over to the ES. We had the strategy all set up, and again, we're trading the same settings pretty much each and every day. 3 contracts, stop at 26 on the ES, a little wider due to the volatility. The goal, usually in the AM session, we have a 500 or 600. In the afternoon, we raised it to 800. Could have did 1,000 when it hit it, due to the Fed. News coming out at 2. AutoTrader gets long here, and up it goes. Our trail stop kicks in. Our first targets are hit, and then boom, our third target gets out by the trail stop, but we miss, this run up. And with our trend filter here, the trend was up, so it's not going to take this short, although it would have made a couple tick profit here. The real trend was up and it reversed, and it didn't take long for us to hit its goal on the reversal, and the trade's over. And that's the way we traded the ES with automation. It'll even catch trades when you're distracted. Like the wife comes in and asks, what do you want for dinner? Or she comes and asks you something and you're in the middle of a trade and you're like, get the heck out of here. So that's where the power of automation comes in. And let's look at the strategy performance. And here we go. Total net profit $863, commission $24, 6 trades, 100% winners. All the other data and potential profit, $26,000 on a 30-day basis for the month. And that's the ES trade. So with those 2 trades, we decided to do one more trade in the ES and wrap up our day and hit our profit goal. And we basically just reset the strategy here while it was in a downtrend. Don't have to, try to figure out when to go long. Should I go long this 5th Renko bar here or right here as it starts to break out? Let the power of automation do it for you. And believe me, it's a lot easier to trade. So it gets long here, 3 contracts, and up the price goes, and we hit our goal. Just like that. This trade, again, 2-3 minute trade, and it's over with. No second guessing, no hesitation, no frustration. Just simple. Okay, day's over. Shut the computer off. We're done. Here's our strategy performance for that trade. 725, commission 12 bucks, 3 trades, 100% winner. Largest winner 270, potential gain on a monthly basis 22,000 for 30 days. So that's the ES trade. Well, then traders say, well, that's a lot of money to pay for an auto trader. Well, you just see in these 3 trades it made over $2,000, and it'll pay for itself in a matter of time. As most traders will probably blow out an account $5,000 or $10,000 and then take a year or 2 off and start all over. Look for that magic indicator. With the power of automation, you don't have to worry about it. It's all built in there for you. And we give you the education on how to time trades, when the best time to trade, when not to trade. A lot of people don't know that. How the market works every day. I mean, I talked to a trader the other day who's been trading for 10 years. He had no idea that a certain day of the week was one of the slowest days of the week. He just stares at the charts and had no clue. And then he's like, wow, it all makes sense. No wonder why I'm not doing so good on that day. There's no volume. And a lot of traders got to realize if you're making $200 to $300 a day, say $200 a day on 2 contracts, you know, you're looking at the big numbers that I've been, posting here, but I've been using this AutoTrader now for well over 8 years. I've been trading for 24. So $200 a day should be a nice profit to go for when you first started trading, because that's $1,000 a week, $4,000 a month, and added up to a yearly basis, that's a nice profit. And then once you are profitable for 3 to 4 months, then you, like when I ran a chat room 5-6 years ago, when I had a chat room for 10 years, traders would say, hey, I'm doing really good on 2 contracts, making $300 a day. I want to up it to 5 by adding another contract. And then they do that for 3 to 4 months, and they're making their $500 a day quite happy. And then we had a couple people that said, well, hey, now I want to go from 5 to 1,000. I'm going to trade 5 contracts. Well, with 5 contracts, you got to put on more risk, and more risk, wider stops. And here, I mean, if I was trading 5 contracts, yeah, I probably would have had an extra, $300-400. But right here, not much risk. If you're trading 5 contracts in the NQ, you better really know what you're doing and be able to read charts, because the NQ will play whack-a-mole on you. So that's why I only trade 3 contracts. There are certain situations where I may add a couple contracts here and there, but 98% of the time it's 3 contracts. And so the guy that started trading 5 contracts, he couldn't handle the speedometer of the profit and loss. He's up 300, then he's down 200, he's up 180, then he's 280 down and up and down. It just gave him anxiety. And this is manually trading. There was no AutoTrader when I ran the chat room until the very end last year. But this is all manual trading we did. I called trades out live every day on futures and stocks, and it's up to them how many contracts to trade. And eventually the guy ended up being quite happy, making $500 a day, trading 3 contracts. So it all depends on the trader's mentality too, and your risk. So some can handle it, some can't. Some even do more than 5. They do 10. But that's up to the trader. So, all right, well, video went a little long, and that's today's trades here on Wednesday, May 25th, 2022. Hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel here and like us on Facebook and Twitter, and we'll see you in the next video.